Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. Today is April 24th. It's a movie star Monday. We'll get to that in a moment. But it is National Bucket List Day, and it is National Pigs in a Blanket Day. What does that make you think of?
You love those things.
So here's the thing. When Heidi and I were dating, I had never had pigs in a blanket. So she was making them for
It was so fascinating.
her son at the time. Now my son too. I adopted him, but at the time he was 2. She's making pigs in a blanket for Troy. I was like, "What are these?" She goes, "They're pigs in a blanket." I'm like, "This is fantastic. Did you invent this?" She's like, "What? I'd never had it before." I was like, "This is amazing." I ate like a whole pan of them. She's like, "Okay, I got to make more now because Troy's going to be home in a minute." So, no. And then we got married. No more pigs in a blanket. I haven't had a pig in a blanket for 23 years.
I can make you pigs in a blanket
Sure.
if you want.
Yeah, big promise over there. I hear you. It is a Movie Star Monday. I'm so excited. Thomas Haden Church. I love this guy.
Oh, yeah, he's cool.
He's got a new film out. We actually had a chance to watch it. It's a bit odd, but it's actually kind of a cool movie. It's called Acid Man. We're going to chat with him all about it coming up.
What a year. With prices on everything going up, it's more important than ever to have a better credit card. Some people use a credit card that's not a very good one. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. Finding love may be tougher than ever. 1 in 5 adults say they have never been in a relationship that's lasted longer than 3 years. 1 in 5.
Yeah.
A survey of 5,000 Americans also found that among those who currently have a partner, they enjoy an average of 2 dates a week. The average hitched respondent reported having a little, nookie time 3 times a week. We are way below average. However, just 36% rate their sex life as excellent. So, for those of you who want to start an awkward conversation, there's the stats. So.
I would agree with that. We've got a young man in our family that's looking, and we have several friends that are looking, and it is tough now.
Well, and we kind of got to be matchmaker. We took a good friend and another good friend, and I don't know why we didn't think of this sooner. And then now they've gone on some dates, and
things are going well.
It might just be a match made in heaven.
I think so.
That would be like couple number 29 for us. Maybe
not quite that many.
No, like 3 or 4 at least. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. Heidi, did you know an Australian father has set a new world record for push-ups, completing more than 3,206 push-ups in just 1 hour?
Whoa.
That's like twice as many as I can do.
So father isn't like somebody's dad or like a priest?
No, it's somebody's dad. That's 53 push-ups a minute, by the way. Almost 1 per second. Lucas Helmke powered through push-ups at his local gym in Brisbane to claim the title set by another Australian man last year. The 33-year-old accountant was required to perform each push-up flawlessly, keeping his body straight on his way up without bending his knees or his waist, while reaching at least a 90-degree angle at the elbow when he lowered himself. So
I can't even do them like on my knees.
yeah, I can't do the cheater push-ups even. So when I said that's twice as many as I can do, I was kidding. That's way more than twice as many. I thought Heidi would say something. She just rolled past it. So I might be able to do 4. I don't know. We don't know everything, but now we know this.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com. Could television's most famous gang of lifeguards be back on the beach? Maybe, according to a report that says there may be a reboot of Baywatch in development.
No way.
Yeah, they're in early talks right now about a brand new Baywatch series. The original was from the 1990s. Stars like David Hasselhoff.
And it was fantastic.
Pamela Anderson. Then there was a spin-off 2017 feature film that did well, and that's why they're going, well, that film did well. Maybe we should keep, bilking this for all we can. And speaking of that, there's no stopping the Super Mario Brothers movie. At a time when many blockbusters in the post-production box office are taking drops of over 60% in their second weekend, this film just keeps going and going and going.
Kid movies always do well.
$87 million in his second weekend, by the way. It's done very well. It's like they've got some things they're comparing it with. There's a whole bunch of it. If you want to read it, it's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
How much do you pay for your cell phone every month? If it's more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring in your current phone. iPhones and Samsung phones both work well with Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. Tigers have clawed their way back from the brink in India. According to the country's latest big cat census, who fills out that report? Recorded 3,167 tigers. That's more than double the 1,400 that were recorded in 2006 when they began the census.
Good news.
Yeah, the turnaround is thanks to Project Tiger, a conservation program launched 50 years ago to save India's iconic but endangered big cats. The tigers are not only the only big cats being helped in India. They recently launched a project to also bring back the cheetah. So, yeah. And Legoland has revealed its brand new multi-million-dollar attraction, the new Woodland-themed village, which will open in Windsor, UK by the spring of next year.
Have you ever been to
I've never,
a Legoland?
No, I've been told it's really cool.
Fantastic.
And I've seen photos. It does
and
look
I've been to
amazing.
the one in Windsor. That's the one
Is
that
that
I've
the one
been
you went to?
Yeah.
See, she didn't take me because, well, I guess she didn't
I didn't
know
know
me
you.
at the time. Yeah. An 85-year-old Maryland woman drove her car through the front doors of a Target store.
Okay.
All I have for the
Hopefully
story.
accidentally.
85-year-old woman drove through. So, yeah, I hope everybody's okay. And our final story, an Indian entrepreneur has designed a line of shoes that expands as children grow, potentially solving the age-old conundrum of kids needing new shoes every time you turn around.
Right.
Aretto, A-R-E-T-T-O. The shoes were designed by Saitaiji Mittal, and I probably said that wrong, and I apologize. The innovative knitted uppers are designed to be durable, flexible, and even washable. But most importantly, they slowly uncurl as the child ages,
That's
intuitively
a great idea.
solving the growth problem and reducing unnecessary manufacturing waste. Stats show that children require shoes in at least 15 different sizes to grow from toddler to teen.
Jeez.
A pair of these shoes can actually cover 3 sizes, meaning that they would only need 5 pairs of shoes as they mature. The best news? They're not 3 times the price. They sell for $22 to $31 US. So
Whoa.
yeah, I've got a link if you want to read all the
Do you
details.
have a picture of them?
Yeah, I've got a link
I'll
in
have
the
to
show
look at
notes
that.
for today at johnandheidishow.com.
InsuranceChicken.com wants to know, how much are you paying for your insurance? I know it seems like a hassle to switch to a different company, but if you can save a few bucks, it's worth crossing the road to InsuranceChicken.com. We have several of the top insurance companies trying to earn your business. They do that by offering great insurance that is cheap. Okay, enough of the silly chicken puns. It's time to get serious about saving you money on your insurance at InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Movie Star Monday. Our guest today, Thomas Haden Church. I've been a fan of this guy since he was in Wings way back in the day. Bunch of awesome movies out, and he's got a new one out right now called Acid Man. Now, it sounds like a superhero movie, but it's not at all. It's a very interesting movie, and sir, you did a great job playing this character.
Oh, thank you. I think he and I have shared DNA in certain ways. For many, many, many years, I lived very remotely on a ranch in Texas, and then only with having daughters. And actually, whenever COVID began 3 years ago, I just decided it's better that I be in a town that was closer to my daughters. But no, for many years, I lived literally in the middle of nowhere. My closest neighbor was 5 miles away. So, yeah, on that, I could identify a lot with the character about just being on your own and being completely self-reliant, only going to town when it was absolutely necessary. And I love that. I loved it back then.
And the movie Acid Man is about a guy in kind of a rural area where everybody kind of thinks he's on acid. It's a little different film, but it's very fun to watch.
Well, thank you. Diana was attached. I don't remember how she and Alex first came together. I was brought on very quickly. It was actually Diana's idea for me to play her father. I did not know Diana at all, nor did I know Alex. I knew some people that knew Alex, but it was right when the pandemic began. In a kind of bizarre twist of irony regarding the pandemic, we had about 9 months of almost total access to one another to get on the phone at least once a week, if not more often than that. Rehearse, go through scenes, go through the script. I'm talking about the three of us. Talk about Diana's relationship with her father, Alex with his, me with mine. But I could also talk about my relationship with my oldest daughter, who's a college freshman this year. You know, it was just this great triangulation of relationship talk. And then how much of that, you know, we were able to sort of bleed into the characters of Lloyd and Maggie.
And one of the things I noticed at the end of the movie is that I realized there were only like 3 people in the entire film.
Yeah, and Migo, the dog, we tried to give him as much personality. I mean, he had plenty to begin with.
Yeah.
But we really made an effort to make him, he is Lloyd's family.
Absolutely.
And remember, when Maggie shows up, we don't go into any big discourse about it. But there is a bit of, if she gets the dog's approval, it helps her along in getting Lloyd's approval.
Yeah.
But also kind of, she's trying to understand the dog and the importance of that emotionality to Lloyd as a way to get in with Lloyd.
I love it. Now, this film is very quiet. There's only a few people, no explosions, but you also have like the Marvel movies where there's explosions, all kinds of action. Are you more comfortable on the set of a movie like this or one of the big blockbuster explosion movies?
You know, I have another big thing coming out this summer. I have a huge, it's like a post-apocalyptic, based on a Sony game called Twisted Metal. It's a big Peacock Sony limited. It's a 10 episode thing that was explosions and car chases and gun battles and rocket battles. And, you know, it was maybe not as big as a Spider-Man movie, but it was pretty big. Wow. And I did that last summer. I would have to say, you know, you just kind of, it's the character. Yeah. You know, if I'm comfortable playing the character, and I'm sort of the villain in Twisted Metal, if you're just comfortable in the skin of that character, the size of the move, the size of the set, all that doesn't really matter. But in terms of the emotional life and the intimacy on something like Acid Man, or I'm doing a couple of other smaller projects this year, along with another big one. I'm doing a role in Horizon in this Kevin Costner series of westerns, which is huge. Nice. So I'm doing a smaller movie this spring, and then a smaller movie in the fall, and then a big role in a big western in the summer. So I just sort of like, it's just the character. It really is the character.
Nice.
And but yeah, the smaller movies tend to be more intimate, and that's kind of where you're able to dig out. I think the at least in my experience, you can really dig out the complexity of the character.
Well, you do a great job on all of them. Again, Thomas Haden Church has been our guest. Thank you so much for your time today.
Sure. Thank you, John.
The new film is called Acid Man. I've got a link to all of the details in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
What a year. With prices on everything going up, it's more important than ever to have a better credit card. Some people use a credit card that's not a very good one. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Yellow is the most common color for highlighters because it does not leave a shadow on the page if you photocopy it. Oh. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The blob of toothpaste on your brush has a name.
A nurdle.
Yeah, it is. It's a nurdle of toothpaste. Good job, Heidi. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
A toaster uses almost half as much energy as a full-sized oven. Holy cow. Just for toast.
Really?
Yeah. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
An apple, potato, and onion all taste the same if you eat them with your nose plugged. That's not true.
I've heard that.
I've heard it too, and then I tried it, and it's not true. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The original purpose behind having bridesmaids in a wedding was to confuse the evil spirits for those who wish to harm the bride. Oh, interesting.
That's weird.
Yeah. And our final fun fact for you,
What's
Heidi.
that, John?
Some people never develop fingerprints. They become bank robbers.
Really?
Ooh, bank robbers, yeah. Or I guess it wouldn't be bank robbers, but robbers. Okay. Several fun facts. Now you know.
They could be bank robbers.
Any kind of robbery. Or anything else they want to be. Several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. Yay! It's brought to you by Mintervention.com. Question today, Heidi. In a survey, 52% of people said they have lost this at work. What is it?
Their virginity.
At work? No. You're way off. They've lost their temper at work.
Oh.
That makes a lot more sense now, doesn't it? Holy cow. You go sit in the corner. The Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com.
How much do you pay for your cell phone every month? If it's more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring in your current phone. iPhones and Samsung phones both work well with Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Time now for some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Lately, there's been a lot of stories about AI and ChatGPT and chatbots and all this kind of stuff. And there are some people out there saying that, hey, maybe our jobs are in danger. And people like Elon Musk are saying, maybe we should slow this down.
Yep. And when smart people are saying this is a bad idea, we should probably listen.
Well, here's the thing. Not too long ago, one of these chatbot things was asked to write an obituary for a lady named Brenda Trent. I'm going to read it to you. Brenda Trent retired from living at the age of old, surrounded by family and natural causes. Okay. A librarian from birth, Brenda was an avid collector of dust. She had a sweetheart and married her high school. She loved having hobbies and helping her sons to be disadvantaged youths. She had no horses, but thought she did. The church gave her a choir because she sang like a bird and looked like a bird, and Brenda was a bird. She owed us so many poems. The funeral will be held in 1977 at Heaven. In lieu of flowers, send Brenda more life. This is seriously what was written by a computer. So they're not quite there yet, we'll just say.
Yeah, but let's quit focusing on that.
I agree.
That'd be
Weird
super.
news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. I didn't know this, but Matthew McConaughey recently said that he and his buddy Woody Harrelson might actually be half brothers because his mom and Woody's dad apparently, something.
Okay.
So here are some other celebrities that you might not know are related. Elle King and Rob Schneider. So X's and O's singers, Elle King, that's actually the daughter of Rob Schneider.
Oh.
So Elle King is Rob Schneider's daughter. Conan O'Brien and Dennis Leary, they're actually third cousins. Phil Collins and Lily Collins are actually related as well. Lily is the daughter of the English pop star. Chuck Schumer and Amy Schumer, first cousins. And Jason Sudeikis and George Wendt are actually related. He's his uncle, so Uncle George. Who else do we have on here? Melissa McCarthy and Jenny McCarthy. Yep, they are actually cousins. Julia Roberts and Emma Roberts, they are also related. They are, let's see, her aunt. So Julia Roberts is Emma Roberts' aunt.
Okay.
I've got more on the list here if you want to read all of them. They're in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
InsuranceChicken.com wants to know, how much are you paying for your insurance? I know it seems like a hassle to switch to a different company, but if you can save a few bucks, it's worth crossing the road to InsuranceChicken.com. We have several of the top insurance companies trying to earn your business. They do that by offering great insurance that is cheap, cheap, cheap. Okay, enough of the silly chicken puns. It's time to get serious about saving you money on your insurance at InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. Our quote today is from Joel Osteen, or Joel Osteen, if you ask my son. Why does he say his name that way?
I don't know.
I think it's kind of fun, though. I think Joel is kind of a cool name. The quote is, "You cannot soar with the eagles as long as you hang out with the turkeys."
That's true.
I like that. That's his
would
quote.
agree with that.
For some reason, I thought that was.
I don't think it's probably his, but
That seems like it's been around a long time.
It sure does.
He's the one that gets credit for it. That is the quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of GenesisGoldIRA.com. Listen to this, Heidi. Mother wins $2 million jackpot after using life savings to pay for her daughter's cancer treatment. So how cool is this? A Florida mother spent her entire life savings helping her daughter as she was fighting for her life to beat cancer. Just a few hours after she finished paying off her daughter's cancer treatment, she won $2 million.
That is awesome.
Yeah. Geraldine Gimblett, persistence paid off, she says. When the gas station clerk told her there were no tickets left, she said, "Hey, can you double check?" At first, at the gas station, thought the tickets were empty, but then he looked and he goes, "Oh, hey, guess there's one here, crossword game." And he goes, "That's the last one I found, though." After completing the puzzle, she realized she just won $2 million.
Fantastic.
The day before she won, her daughter had just beaten cancer, and she was actually the one that was in there settling the debt, taking care of that. So she was in paying for all of that right before this happened. Chances of winning the $2 million prize in the bonus cash word game are 1 in 3,921,270, according to Florida Lottery's website. So I think that is absolutely amazing.
That's a great story.
That really is. Now, here's the thing that I would tell you. There are a lot of people who spend a lot of money on lottery tickets that don't win. And I would be very careful not to hear this and go, "Oh, I'm going to run out and grab a lottery ticket." There are so many times when the jackpot gets big and you see people go out, like, don't spend more than you're able to lose, because there's no guarantee you're going to win anything. So that's something that always concerns me. Doesn't it concern you, especially when you hear a cool story like this where you're going, "Guess what? We're going to go grab a lottery ticket." Well, chances are you're probably not going to win, just so you know. All right. I put that out there. John's public service for the day. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.